Shut up, listen up, everybody, what up? Gonna put it in a podcast, but what's up? We talk, we laugh, we sing, we dance, we'll do anything if you give us a chance. We'll play one time, it'll help us out. All truth, no lies, no, it's never a doubt. If you like rants, tirades, and honest opinions, we shoot from the hip and we're here with precision. Give us one chance to play Opinion Bros podcast.
Well, everybody. Whoa, we're recording? Oh, hey. So, I am Vengeance. I'm here with my co-hosts.
I am the Knight. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
that's
the Batman.
Yeah.
All right.
The Batman. Oh, I got you with that one. I am the shadows. The shadows is me. Me as the shadows. The shadows are in me. The shadows are all me, and I am all the shadows.
All right. What's your version of it? Do it.
I like that narration.
Do it.
I don't even know.
Do it.
Do
it.
Come on,
do it.
Come on. Yeah.
Do it.
Come on, do it.
Do it.
That's my thing.
Do it. Do your own narration. Do it.
Your levels are going fucking crazy.
Because he's yelling.
That's my blood pressure.
I'm trying to. Whatever, we'll figure it out.
Do your narration. I want to hear you.
I have nothing
Just
prepared.
do it.
I got nothing.
Just off the cuff.
I got nothing to say. There you go.
There it is.
Go. It's like
something in the way.
Yeah, I just want to listen to Nirvana. Just grow out my hair again and just wear like fucking
eyeshadow.
What's
What's his name? Robert Smith from The Cure.
I was like, that guy from work.
Boys Don't Cry.
Yeah,
that's a good song.
That's
a great song.
That's a good song.
It's March 12th, and here we are in the bat cave of Armando, and crime happens.
Get out of my room, Mom.
Yeah. God damn it, Alfred!
Yeah.
You're not my dad.
Was a Pepsi. Just one Pepsi.
Well, if you haven't noticed, we're gonna talk about El Batman.
Oh, I thought it was Nightmare Alley.
Oh, not yet. We have to save that one. I haven't seen it yet. So I'm here with my brothers. Sorry that we haven't been in touch for a few weeks.
Yeah, really apologize.
Yeah,
just sorry. I know you guys.
I'm on my knees, baby. Please take me back. Kids have been sick, and it's just been one thing. You know, being an adult, being a parent, it's not as fun as they on TV, but it's rewarding. But we're gonna talk about the Batman today. But you know the deal. We usually just go around, talk about what we've seen first, and if we have any recommendations, and then we'll just go straight into the spoiler-filled review of La Rata Bata.
Roughly translated.
My
Book
God.
of the Dead.
It's what? Oh, we'll talk about it. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. And our drink of choice tonight as
choice.
Yeah, if we've had it, we're just finishing as the last of La Estrella Jalisco Cerveza, carnal.
We have to drink these as part of the sponsorship program with them.
And by the way, they're not sponsoring
They're
us.
not.
We just have to say that they're not sponsored. But hey, sponsor us. It's good.
Yeah.
We like your cerveza. All right. Well, do you guys want to go ahead? But why don't you start? What have you been watching? What have you been playing, reading?
Let's see. So first thing, me and Alex and basically everyone else have been playing Elden Ring.
Oh, I saw Alex playing that. He was not having a good time.
It's this could have a whole probably episode itself, but I think it's great. I've been having a good and bad time. But yeah, besides that, I've seen I don't want to get too much into that, but I saw Free Guy, saw the new Turning Red movie.
What did you think about Free Guy?
I didn't like it. Like I told you upstairs.
Course.
I told you upstairs. It feels like they just called each other up and were like, "Hey, you have an hour on Sunday. You want to make a movie real quick?" Like, "Oh, I have like half an hour." And like, "Oh, good." And
that's all we need.
And they just made a movie. I mean, it's innocent enough, but it's
cute.
But Tatum's in it.
I mean, it's funny,
The
but
Rock's
then
in it.
there's
Hugh Jackman's in it.
I'm not. I don't want to get too into it because
Just
whatever.
get into it. Yeah.
But I mean, it's just a bunch of stuff that I like. But
Are you
that
calling-
doesn't make any sense.
Are you calling Ryan
doesn't
Reynolds
make
out?
any sense.
Sean Levy?
Doesn't make any sense.
Was it better than Ready Player One?
No, I mean, Ready Player One's more big budget, but I didn't like that one either. That one's another one that's just like that makes no fucking sense. And hey, do people like the movie or do people like
the stuff?
All the stuff.
Of which one?
It?
Which one of
Either,
both those movies?
I
I like both those movies. I like both those movies.
Free Guy is more original.
I would.
Like that idea, is really interesting. That
I like that idea. Ryan Reynolds is funny.
I just think it's kind of, but whatever. And then saw the Batman, and that's it.
You saw the
I
Batman?
think so. Yeah, I saw him.
Oh,
He was waving to me from his when he was walking down the street in the shadows.
Yeah.
He walks really slow. I think everybody caught it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just staring in that deep dark abyss, just waiting to see if someone's just gonna walk out and just some bomb. Like, fuck.
Well, that's probably it. Is he's just he's probably standing there all night. Like, hopefully some crime happens in this alley tonight.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta be fucking cool.
I can't
Maybe
be
it's
everywhere.
Nightmare Alley.
Yeah.
How about you, Alex?
Yeah, I've been playing Elden Ring a lot.
Did you pass that pumpkin head guy?
Oh yeah, you saw when I beat him.
Oh, you did. Yeah, he was like
You gotta
fucking.
talk more into it. Like,
Just put it up in by your boca.
or just
Yeah.
hold it up.
yeah.
I don't know.
Just wave it by your face. Oh, there you go. Yeah, just unleash it.
Yeah, I've been playing Elden Ring a lot. Been playing Apex Legends a little bit. We saw the Batman. Saw Nightmare Alley.
Did you like Nightmare Alley?
Yeah, that was cool. I mean it. We can talk about that later. It looks beautiful. It's a beautiful looking movie. And then I finished watching Reacher. I think I talked about that though last time. Reacher.
Yeah, you saw Reacher, yeah, with Alan Rickman or Richton?
Yeah.
Reflow.
Yeah.
Aquaman.
Vengeance.
Smallville
Yeah,
Aquaman. Yeah, Aqua Vengeance.
Yeah, Aqua Vengeance. They should have just called this Batman Vengeance.
They did call him Vengeance.
No, they should have just called the movie
Batman Vengeance.
Batman Vengeance.
Well, no,
yeah.
but they have a video game called Batman Vengeance.
Do
Remember
they?
that game? 2002.
called Vengeance?
Yeah, Batman
That's
Vengeance.
a badass game. It sucked,
Nah.
but it was awesome.
The animation was cool. The
Sometimes
computer,
it's-
seeing them in 3D.
I liked fighting the Joker. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was
Doesn't he
badass.
jump off of like I was gonna say out of an umbrella of oh my god, those balloon cars, planes,
What?
blimps,
Oh.
blimps.
Maybe.
I have a running machine. I just remember it's like it's called a treadmill, Armando. Yeah, I get it.
It has one of Mr. Freeze's best lines when he shoots the TV. Hope is death. Freaking badass.
We're gonna get sued for that.
That's awesome. But yeah, that's it. How about you?
Even though it's been 2 weeks since our last podcast, I feel like I haven't really watched that much. I saw Kick-Ass 1 and 2 back to back. I read the book, and I think I was talking to you, Alex, a little bit. Like, I don't like the book that much. Like, I think the art's cool by John Romita.
Yeah, I love that.
Even though, like, nowadays, like, I haven't been a fan of his as much, but I do love his, like,
John
his
Romita
Spider-Man.
Jr. drew it?
Yeah, John Romita
He
Jr.
actually sat down and drew a whole trade.
He's drawn a long, like...
He usually like draws one issue and then like leaves for 5 years.
What?
Do
Are
you?
you? No, that's not him. Are you thinking of the right person?
Oh wait, yeah, I'm thinking about Joe Mad. Never mind.
Yeah, it's Joe. Yeah, Joe Mad. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go play some video games for 10 years and never finish his Battle Chasers number 7 or whatever.
No, yeah, John Romita, senior and junior badass.
Yeah. So I watched Kick-Ass 1 and 2. I actually really enjoyed it. I mean, the ending is kind of like a little too much.
For the first one or second?
For the first one, because it's like it's supposed to be like quote unquote real world. Like, what
Yeah.
if people were real superheroes? And by the end of it, there's fucking like giant rocket launchers, and what does he have? He has like a jetpack, and it's just like I don't know.
More
Also,
Yeah,
songs
that,
in
I
that
think
one.
that was my complaint with it too.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
but like the actors are good in it. Nicolas Cage is hilarious, doing his best Adam West impression. It's weird seeing Chloe
Michelle
Moretz
Moretz?
as like a little 12-year-old, because I'm like, oh yeah, she's real good looking.
Chill
Not
out,
in
Kevin
that
Spacey.
movie. Not in that movie.
Chill out, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, no, Kevin Spacey would go for like.
Oh, it's not a boy.
He'd go for
That's-
no,
Kick-Ass.
don't worry, I'm
Oh.
gay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
that just
Not-
doesn't. Like, what?
sorry, Mr. Spacey.
Yeah.
That solves
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
That's my baby.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. No, it's just but knowing her like now, how but she's a baby in that movie. It's so weird. And then part 2, which I know didn't get a lot of love. I didn't think it was bad.
I thought it was better than the first one.
I thought it was good. I thought the ending was kind of weak. Like the last act. Chloe Moretz is probably the best part in those movies, just because she's.
What do you mean,
she's
Mark
more kick-ass.
Strong?
Mark Strong's good in the first one.
He's
But
good in
it's
the
just-
second one too. He's just there in
It's-
paintings.
what's his name? He's Aaron Taylor Johnson. You didn't see that coming.
No one-
Quicksilver.
Yeah, no
he's
one
not
saw
a
him
bad
act.
actor.
Oh?
He's just what's
Oh?
it called? What is that? Hot take? He's what's it called?
Quick take.
Quick take. Yeah, Quicksilver take. It's just that he's too pretty. Like I can't buy him. It was almost like that
As a
Andrew
nerd,
Garfield.
like you need to be McLovin.
Because he's supposed to be like this loser guy, and he's obviously really fucking buff. And especially in the second one, he's like, oh, I'm so weak. I'm like, no, you're not, bro. Like we can see the muscles. Like,
Yeah.
like he looked like Kraven the Hunter in that movie, which he's playing now. He's gonna
be Kraven?
He's Kraven the Hunter,
that's
which.
cool.
Which is weird
I
because
don't
I
like
think
that.
Craven's
weird.
like at least
Why?
20 years older than
Because
us. I think I'm like a 40, 50-year-old guy.
But yeah, sure. But this is a movie that's, I
But-
mean, who knows? Like they don't even have fucking Spider-Man in their universe, and
Well,
you're saying like he's supposed to be older. Like I think it's out the window already. It's
Well, it's
been.
like-
out
I
the
just
window.
don't want him to
He's
be
younger-
a white dude.
He's
like-
just younger than Tom Hardy, which, like, I don't think Craven's supposed to be younger than Venom. So that's, to me, it looks kind of...
No.
I'm interested to see it. I don't know what they're
I just
gonna do
wanted
with
him
it.
to be more foreign.
It's funny because that's who the villain is. His name is the Foreigner in
Yeah.
the Craven the Hunter movie.
I'm just looking for a way back home.
I have to kill Spider-Man to go home?
No, I cannot do this.
Spider-Man friend.
Yeah,
I don't know what accents we're doing, but
I am
foreigners.
scared of
Foreigner.
the Dracula.
Yeah,
but
Wolfman.
so those two
The D and the Grave
movies,
stands for Dracula.
those two movies I saw West Side Story, the remake by Steven Spielberg.
Oh, it's Spielberg.
And what did you see it? Oh,
We don't talk about
Stop
Spielberg.
sharding.
We don't talk
no,
about
no,
Spielberg.
Yeah, Bergo.
We don't talk about hacks.
Oh,
God
god
damn.
damn! That guy
Wow.
was my.
He's
child.
listening. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm a fucking
Mother-
I'm a fucking.
I'm gonna send ET on his ass.
You
no.
know phoning home.
You know what? I love musicals. I've never seen I tried watching the original years ago with Alex. I think we tried watching it like on New Year's Eve, and I couldn't get through that fucking movie.
It's terrible.
And
It looks great though. The
The
choreography is
the
great.
new one?
No, the original.
the new one looks great. I thought I was like it looks vibrant, colorful, poppy. Like I really enjoyed it. Ansel Egort or Baby Driver.
That's my baby.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey's still waiting.
Yeah.
But like he was the only one I didn't really care for in the movie. He plays Tony, who he's
Montana?
Tony Danza?
Yeah, they
Oh.
say hello to my little friend. No, he falls in love with the Puerto Rican girl Maria.
Antoinette?
And
Maria,
yes.
I gotta
No,
find
god
Maria.
damn it, that's Kirsten Dunst. Let them eat
Oh.
cake.
Damn.
You just.
The cake is a lie.
But if this was like
Just keep going with that.
Yeah.
Catchphrases and all these.
Yeah.
It's really funny if you know a lot of stuff about nothing.
So learn up quick,
Yeah.
dumbass.
Oh man. Just dropping it. Just dropping it. But I was telling Alex that I haven't like the last few years Spielberg's been like I feel like on a real serious kick doing like autobiographical type movies.
He has been?
Yeah. Did you call him a has-been?
No, I don't know what. I thought the last thing he did was Ready Player Uno.
Yeah.
Oh well, okay. Well, maybe he did
I mean,
that
it was a pretty serious movie, no?
Yeah, it was just what's his name played half of the characters. What's his name?
Eddie Murphy?
No, Last of the Mohicans. No, Mr. Like this is my straw.
To do everybody in this goddamn movie.
Well,
Yeah.
that's usually
Say
what
no
he does.
more.
Yeah, he plays Norbit or whatever. Yeah.
Everyone.
No.
Nutty
You're gonna be
Professor.
Hercules.
you're gonna be the hotel from The Shining. You're gonna be the fucking
Yeah.
car from Back to the Future.
Eddie Murphy can
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
He can
Let's
do
do
it.
Let's do it.
He can yeet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember that. And then before that, what was it?
What's your
Garbage
favorite?
ass war
My
horse?
horse.
Yeah.
What was it? War Horse?
Yeah.
Hey man, I still want to watch that movie, man.
We need to take
about a
this
horse.
horse to war.
Yeah, it's a
It's
war horse.
This is my horse. Yeah, it's a war horse, bro.
We need it.
That's what it's there for.
It's
That's why
galloping
we have
towards
fucking
war.
missile launchers attached to its ass.
Yeah.
Fucking the horse is gonna get ass burned. What the fuck? But anyway, I watched a little bit
some
of
horse
West Side
power.
Story. I think it's really good. Although I knew a white guy wrote the movie, because, well, spoilers, they kill Maria's brother, who's in.
Damn it! You were gonna say they killed the fucking horse. Like,
there's no horse in West Side Story.
I thought there was the war horse.
No, not a war horse.
Well, isn't there gangs and stuff?
And
They're
what?
going to war.
they should make a part to War Horse 2.
It's a rumble.
Wars.
It's a rumble. It's not a war.
But the gang is called the Sharks, isn't
the
it? The
Jets.
Sharks and the horses.
That's a what? There's no horses, man.
There should have been.
No wonder they didn't die.
That was in the 4-hour director's cut. Jesus.
Who are you guys?
No one's gonna listen. No one's gonna listen to this one like they didn't.
Fucking cool.
Like they
man.
didn't listen to the Warhammer
Yeah,
one.
Do it.
It
A
would
horse
be-
like dancing around
Yeah,
with a
that-
fucking knife in its hand, and it's not grabbing it. It's just on its hoof.
It's floating on the horse. No, yeah, that'd be awesome because they come in with the snaps,
Apparently,
and then
apparently
the
you guys
horse
have never
comes in,
watched David Lynch movies.
and then
that sounds like
the
David
horse tries to snap its fingers, but it doesn't have any, so it just clops.
with his hooves.
Yeah, you got it, horse guy.
He's a hoof
Hey,
clubber.
you want like?
What is going on?
But he's just in the background.
What did you lace your cerveza
Okay, speaking
with?
of backgrounds,
All right,
we're gonna take a
let's go.
short break here. We'll be right back.
What did you think about the Batman?
Okay. I thought it was cool. It's a good movie. Like I was telling Will and Lucy at work, it could have been worse. You know, it like really when you think about like if you don't follow movies at all and you see Robert Pattinson is fucking playing the Batman, like what the fuck is this? Like he's gonna fucking ruin it with this vampire shit. But no, like it's a good movie. I don't think it was that great. Like I didn't leave the theater like
Astonished.
fuck yeah, like I loved it. Like you know, and I think, and that's fine too. Every movie doesn't have to be a fucking epic and like I loved it. I'm glad that we got a good movie and not like a really shit like turning Batman into some sort of like getting him completely wrong. I'm glad we didn't get that. So you guys,
You can go ahead.
Same. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I keep saying that it wasn't my favorite Batman movie, and then like Nelson and Lizette were like, "What?" Like,
Yeah.
like they were like, "This is the best Batman movie ever made." I'm like, "Is it?"
I feel like they say that about every Batman. I mean, I don't know them like that, but I feel like they say
just
that
gonna
about
get
every
upset.
Sorry,
Liz,
I'm not trying to say it in a bad way, but I feel like they have so much of an appreciation for Batman. So when it's done well, they're like, "This is the shit. This is awesome." And like I feel like because I think I heard them say that for Begins, for The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. They were always like, "Man, they got it. It's great. It's amazing." And then with this one, like again, it's amazing. And I think it's just because they like Batman, and if it's done well, then it's the shit. You know, like that's how I'd see something. Like if I watch something and they didn't mess it up, I'd be like, "That was hell yeah. You guys got it. Like thank God you didn't mess it up." Like Aquaman. Aquaman isn't the best movie, but they did it better than I thought that they were gonna do it. So I was like, "Hell yeah, you guys got Aquaman." So. Yeah, I think that's. I mean, not a bad thing. That's good that they like. Well, like Kevin Smith says the same thing, right? And he's like, "I love these movies because back then we didn't have these movies, and now we get them, and it's badass to see."
Yeah.
And it is. It's cool to see them. It's cool to see them.
It's like I left because we saw it on Tuesday, and I was telling you like they did a lot right. Like if anything, this is the most comic booky Batman in the sense like. There's an open narration in the beginning that reminds me of like Batman Year One or whenever you're inside Batman's mind, like reading his thought bubbles or whatever. You know, they did the investigative part, which I was always like, yeah, we want to see Batman do like a fight against Jigsaw, and they kind of did that with the Riddler in this.
Yeah,
and like Catwoman is the most almost comic book accurate version. Like I'm like that's Selena Kyle. Like as
I
much
thought
as
she was fucking great. Like
yeah, I think she's the MVP of the movie. But I didn't leave the like they did a lot. The Riddler was scary. Gotham City was Gotham City.
I fucking love. I think that's the best looking Gotham City ever.
I think it's
Ever.
like got the in between because the last couple of Batman movies, Gotham City, like in the Chris Nolan ones, it's Chicago.
Inconsistent.
Well, it's Chicago in I was telling you, but like it's in an alternate reality. Chicago is just called Gotham City in the DC universe, but in here it's like, well, it's a little bit more than that. Like they use a lot of Chicago, and I like that Chicago's ingrained within like the DC universe. Like it's part of Gotham.
Yeah.
And but they added to it, and it looked like Arkham Knight or Arkham City. But there was I don't know, there was just like some disconnect with me. Robert Pattinson did a great job. Like I like him. I want to see him again as Batman.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Well, you saying that, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know if he did a great job, but because I think a lot of it, there's not much to see.
I don't think he like surpasses anybody. But then again, it's the first movie.
Yeah, no. So I'm excited for a potential part 2. Like for sure. Like, you know, I want to see more of him. More.
Yeah.
You know, I'll say this real quick. One of the reasons Lucy said she didn't like it is that.
Oh, she said she liked it to me, but.
Oh, I think, or no. One of the things that
she did
that took her. Yeah. She said like that we're supposed to believe these guys are maybe like 30-year-olds, Riddler and Bruce, and
I think he's supposed to be younger.
Like 22.
He's supposed to be 25.
Well, something like that. But
even though he's only 2 years young, he's your age.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Well, you do kind of look like Ed Cullen a little bit.
Yeah. I got called that a few times.
Yeah, you just got your sparkle in the day.
Yeah, well, maybe that. But she's so like, why are these people still obsessed with why is Bruce still obsessed with his parents' death? Like, why is he still sulking around, all emo like? And then you look at like Selena, and she had no one growing up with her. Like her mother was killed, and spoilers, we already said that, but like Falcone is like doing his own thing, and she grew up fine, but she's making it. She's not just like
sitting.
Well, she's damaged, but
yeah. But like Bruce is just like, fuck this world, fuck that, and like when did your parents die? Like not that it won't affect you, but like. He's still acting like it happened last week.
Yeah. Even though he's had freaking Alfred training him and teaching him and being his dad for the last 20 years.
You're not my dad. Oh my God. I think everybody groaned in that moment. But what were things that you so we talked about Robert Pattinson, about what we liked about him as Batman, and looks like Selena Kyle. Alex, what did you think about Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman? Because I think out of us three, you were kind of like, what has she done that like I've cared for? Because I don't think you were as excited, or like you're like whatever.
Yeah, well, first of all, the movie, I think the movie was good. It's not great, but it's good. It's a solid movie. It doesn't scratch the top 5 of Batman movies, I don't think. It's in the top 10, but there's also only like 15 Batman movies, so there's that. Zoe Kravitz, I told you, she hasn't done anything acting-wise that I've been, like, impressed with. Like, she came out, the only thing I can remember her in is First Class, and they didn't do shit for her. Like, that's not her fault. She didn't have, like, anything to do. And then Fury Road, which is a masterpiece of a movie. Again, she doesn't do much. She's relegated to, like, a background character. Again, not her fault, but, like, it just... I didn't see anything of her that I was like, hell yeah, she's gonna be Catwoman. But she's good. She's good. Like, every time she was on screen, I wasn't like, ugh, we got this person to deal with. No, she was good. She was solid. Michelle Pfeiffer is still the best.
Yeah, but I was telling you guys that I think she still has it. Like, Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman is probably still on the top, but like Zoe Kravitz, like, is near the top, and I feel like if this like keeps going and she gets her own spin-off,
she should have
whatever,
her own movie or her own
like
show.
I was excited by the end of the movie. I'm like, I want to see what happens with her. Like, I've always wanted to see like a Ocean's 12 type of thing where she's just like smash and grab, like, you know, trying to steal something and dealing with like the underworld with like people like the Penguin or
Black
like
Mask.
Black Mask or, you know, stuff like that. Like,
What's the other guy's name? You blew it. Rupert Thorne.
oh, Rupert Thorne. Yeah. Just like the Gotham criminal underworld. Like, I want to see that type stuff. So I think she looked great. She was awesome. I loved her fighting moves in here. She was smart.
Yeah,
She was sexy. She was
She was everything. Yeah, she did everything solid. Like,
Yeah.
if they made a Catwoman movie, I wouldn't be like, oh, they're just trying to bank off the success of the Batman. You know, like they kind of did with Uncharted and Spider-Man.
Yeah, Uncharted's making bank right now.
But yeah, like if they made a Catwoman movie, I'd be down for it. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Since we're going like character wise, what about let's do Colin Farrell as the Penguin? What do we think about? Take it easy, sweetheart.
That makeup looks great.
Yeah,
I mean,
makeup
you know, well, first of all, like right off the bat, yeah, that
Oh,
you
right off
can't
the
even
bat.
see that
Yeah.
that's him.
right off the El Rata Alada.
Yeah, he's funny. I like that they didn't make him like
A joke.
a joke, and he's not. You know, he doesn't look like a penguin, and you know,
But he's still him. Like, he still looks like the character, but it
Yeah.
isn't like.
He's not. He's just not a punchline.
Yeah, that's what
He's
I'm
not
saying.
wah, wah, wah.
He's
Yeah.
serious. He's a
Yeah.
serious mafioso type that you
Yeah.
don't want to mess with. Yeah, he does some cool. Like when he's talking to Batman, it's done so like he doesn't give a shit
Yeah.
about Batman. Like even his people don't give a shit about him. It's like you come in here, we're gonna make that suit bloody. They just think he's a joke.
Yeah.
And when he's talking to the Penguin, he's like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, is that the mayor? Man, he's going tit for tat with this guy who thinks he's fear incarnate.
No, he's vengeance.
And he's not. He's not terrifying. Penguin's thing. What are you showing me?
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he waddled right there too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when he's walking there, like, you gotta go cut me open. Yeah, Colin Farrell. I mean, I've always loved Colin Farrell, and
Bullseye.
he goes the Charlie. Yeah, bullseye. He goes the Charlize Theron route where it's like you're either a beautiful or a handsome person, and you gotta put ugly makeup on, and then he's probably gonna win an Oscar for best supporting actor
yeah,
for this.
That'd be great.
But no, his Penguin was great. It's a departure. Like, if you've only seen the movies, then this is the first time we've had a Penguin in a movie since like '92's Batman Returns, and that was like Danny
Yeah.
DeVito, like, you know, eating raw fish and being super like
Awesome.
over sexualizing everything. Is like, I want to put my flipper on that. Like, but no, I mean, Colin Farrell knocked it out of the park. I was just saying, like, did he have an umbrella? Like, but I was just so captivated by him, and he's not in the movie that much,
Yeah.
but
He does a good job.
he
He
like
nails it.
he's on it. He uses what lines he has, and he makes it snappy.
It's someone I want to see more from.
Yeah,
They're making a
It's-
Penguin show
yeah.
For him?
Yeah.
Oh,
on HBO Max.
So
yeah.
they're doing 2 right now. They're supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be 3. It's the way Batman or the Batman ends. It's open for like the Penguin to rise up in the mafia ranks. So they're gonna do like that story. And then the other one was supposed to be like set around year 1 of Batman, like what the cops thought about him. Because since we're in year 2 of Batman, they were supposed to like do that, like kind of a prequel thing. But that's not happening, and they're gonna do an Arkham Asylum TV show. But
I hope they don't
Based
put
in
the-
that world?
yeah, they're gonna try to
This is a world that they're making.
yeah, this is a going forward. Like, even though there's Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck and like I guess the main quote unquote DCEU, like Warner Brothers is pushing hard on
It's
this.
their army of thieves.
That's
Or army of the dead.
That's cool. I mean, go for it. I mean, you know, people want to see more of that world. If you fucking do it right, then why not? You know.
What about other character? What about Jim Gordon? We had a new Jim Gordon. What did you
Who
think
actually
of that?
did stuff? I feel. I mean, I feel like, you know, I like Gordon in the Nolan ones, but
That's more because it's Gary Oldman.
yeah, but
Gary
I
Oldman.
always kind of felt like he didn't really do much.
I think
Maybe I'm misremembering.
no. I mean,
but-
I think
He uses the bat tank
Gary-
a couple times.
yeah,
with
Gary-
it. Yeah,
Gary
he's-
Oldman does a lot, but it feels like Batman is telling him like, "Hey, use this or do
Yeah.
this."
Yeah,
And even though he does his own investigating and stuff, he'll get like hurt, or he'll come into an impasse, and that's why he needs Batman. Whereas I think in this one, they really did like
They're equal.
Yeah.
Was
He's his
they're on
partner.
equal
yeah,
footing.
good
Yeah.
cop
Partner's
and bad
fucking
shit, crazy cop.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this is what I think it's so weird because I there's so many things they did right, and there's so many things I like.
Yeah.
But I just at the end when I came out of it, I felt like it wasn't underwhelming, it wasn't overwhelming, it was just whelming.
Yeah,
like it was just. And that's from Young Justice. I'm stealing that from Young Justice. That's what Robin says. But it's just like it was good. I was satisfied. But there was some. It wasn't like I came out of it going like I can't wait to go back.
That's what I'm saying. Like it, and I'm thinking that too. Like I liked a lot of it, but I didn't think like, oh man, I gotta fucking see it again. I mean, I'm excited to watch it again when it comes out on HBO.
I think it comes out in April 14th.
See, I was telling man, I'm not even excited for that. Like it. I'm not excited. It had
like
to
you
take
won't
a
go
lot.
back right away.
Yeah, it'd have to take a lot for me to sit down for a 3-hour movie like that.
Oh yeah,
I
mean, I think. See, yeah, I don't know if I'd watch the whole thing through, but I can see myself watching parts.
Yeah,
and I think that's one of the issues.
Well,
is
yeah,
the
let's talk about
runtime.
Yeah, because it's 2 hours and like 53, 56. It's like basically 3 hours.
But like I've been watching Dune again recently, and that's like 2 hours and a half or 40 minutes, and I could sit there for like 3 more hours.
You don't feel the time.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the things I did tell you before you saw the movie is the pacing is off in the Batman. I think it totally feels like that. It feels like there are like maybe 2 endings, and then it keeps going.
Yeah.
When they get Falcone and then he dies, and it's kind of like that should have been an ending, and they never catch the Riddler. But then they keep going, and it's like, oh yeah, now we got to go get him.
It almost feels episodic, and
it feels like a show.
Yeah.
That they just put all together.
Yeah, it's like they put a miniseries together.
Yeah.
Like one of those Stephen King ones, and you're just watching it in its entirety. Because this one, as soon as that penguin car chase scene happens, and it kind of loses steam a little bit, I think, because it's like the Riddler's killing all these corrupt city officials, and it's great. He has the city like fearing, and he's like this terrifying jigsaw guy, Zodiac killer type, recording himself on social media. He's Instagramming it, and
that's.
But as soon as
I think is great too,
and it's just as soon as they like find out that maybe they're not as smart as they are in following the penguin or in following the Riddler, like it stops, and then it turns into like this side mission Catwoman story.
Yeah, that was so.
Yeah,
and I think that was the thing is that there was a lot of world building in this movie. Like there was a lot of stuff. It was like, dude, like take it easy, take it easy, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like you have more than enough stuff to do. And I felt like almost like it was, they were throwing everything in the kitchen sink because they were like afraid they wouldn't get another Batman movie. And it's like, you have the corrupt official storyline with the Riddler. You have like the Zodiac thing with the Riddler. You have like Penguin's origin story, kind of. You have Catwoman and how she's involved in this whole murder mystery. And you have like who is paying off who are the city officials scared of.
Yeah.
And then that brings us to Falcone, who's like this mafioso, which I didn't think it worked when they're like, the Riddler's like, we want to know who do the city officials work for?
Yeah.
And
who's the guy you guys are hiding?
And the guy, what's his name? The dude from Green Lantern? Yeah. Hal Hammond or whatever. Hector Hammond. Garden State? He's in Garden State?
Yeah.
He's also on Flight Plan.
He's married to Rachel
yeah.
Dawes. What's it called from The Dark Knight? Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So when he's like freaking out and he has a bomb strapped to his neck, he's like, I can't tell you who he is because he'll kill my family. And it's like, man, and I was telling Alex, I was like, Court of Owls, man. It's Court of Owls. Like it's we're gonna find out that they're in charge, like because they're going into the past history of Gotham and the founding families or whatever. And I was like, yeah. And then it's like, oh no, it's John Turturro, the guy that got peed on in Transformers, which I love John Turturro. That guy's a fucking great actor.
Have a heart.
Yeah. He makes a really good Falcone because he doesn't look anything
Too
like
bad he doesn't anymore.
because he dies in the
Well,
movie.
they can go in the past, I
Yeah.
guess, and show what he did.
But I just felt like he was kind of tacked on in there to find out that he was the guy that everybody was afraid of.
yeah,
And like he was a cool character, he was strong, a little bit intimidating. But I was like, for real? This is the guy everyone's scared of?
That payoff didn't seem
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
You know.
So that was one of the things. What did you guys think? So this Batman movie isn't a prequel. We're kind of in the middle of Batman's story. This is year 2. This isn't like the Ben Affleck one where he's been doing it for 20 years, but it's not Batman Begins. So did you enjoy that aspect of like just starting off like kind of in the middle?
Yeah, okay, so I think the thing you can compare it to the most is Batman Begins, because they're both about him starting out, and so I compare it to that, and I was like, man, a story like that's already been told, so what are they gonna do differently? And I think they did it well. Like, this guy is not really acrobatic. He walks around everywhere.
Long strides.
And I was telling Alex, like, it is funny, but really thinking about it, I guess you could argue it's because he's recording everything with his eyes. Yeah. So he's taking everything in, making sure to get. Yeah, I thought that was cool too. I thought it was cool, but at the same time, like, that's really advanced shit. Like, I thought it was gonna be, again, really grounded. Yeah. And here he's using fucking advanced tech. But I was like, okay, I'm just gonna roll with it.
Where's Lucius, man?
For real. And so I like that he's still starting out, and like I said, he's walking around everywhere. He's not like flipping over here, flipping over there, and then when he escapes the police
use ice
station,
skates to get around.
What?
He doesn't use ice skates to get around.
Ice skates?
George Clooney,
Batman.
Hockey team.
Oh my god! All right, never mind.
Yeah.
Surfboards in the air.
And I like that when he got up there at that police station, he's like, "Fuck, what did I just do?" And he decides, yeah, okay, fuck it, and he jumps off with that flight suit or whatever. I thought that was really well done, and I liked it. Like, he's never really attempted that. He's maybe had practice.
He does have that shit face, like he freaks out for a second. Which,
I like that because
how he survived that.
Yeah,
he face planted a freaking bridge.
Yeah. Well, see, okay, that brings me to another one of my complaints is, he must have some fucking hardcore armor because
it's vibranium.
He gets shot at
he
with
went to a different universe.
assault rifles, a fucking shotgun, sniper rifles. He gets blowed up with a bomb and
in his face.
And nothing happens. And that for sure is one of my biggest complaints is he seems invincible.
He's like Superman walking in like bulletproof.
Yeah, like that. I can understand handguns, but like some of that other shit just makes no sense.
Yeah.
So that immediately takes me out of it.
Which I kind of like I'm not a big fan of the Dark Knight costume that Christian Bale wears, but like because
the Batman Begins costume is bad.
The Batman Begins costume is bad. It's probably one of my favorite ones.
I like both,
but it's just like he has like these little areas that even Lucius tells him, like, oh, if someone shoots you, it'll do it. It'll protect you from anything but a straight shot.
Yeah.
And in this Robert Pattinson Batman's just like walking down.
He just takes it.
Yeah. And you know what? The Ben Affleck one is kind of like that too. But I kind of want to see a Batman like getting hurt, like, oh shit, like he has to be kind of like fast, and he's all armored up, and I'm like, I can't think that he can move that fast in that suit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I felt weird watching that we were in the middle of a Batman year 2. I kind of feel like I wanted to see, because I liked his relationship with Gordon so much that I was like, I kind of see how they got together. But I like that the cops didn't trust him.
Yeah. For some reason, that really came across in this one when they all fucking look at him and he's walking in like fucking freak. Like that really came across. Too.
I love that. He just takes it like whatever.
I think he probably knows he is like really thinking about it. This guy is wearing a fucking getup, some weird ass costume with a bat on his chest.
And I don't know. if it's been talked about a lot in the other ones, but like since you mentioned, he's just walking around in this black leather costume. The sound in this movie is great. Like I can hear his leather mask. Yeah. Like every time he like tilts his head, oh, you're like.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's like, yeah, it's some dude in a leather fetish costume.
Yeah.
Like just walking around, and like Gordon's just like, hey, like, what are you doing? Hey, be good. Like,
yeah,
he's like a dog.
Yeah, yeah.
We really gotta go.
But so I just wanted to bring that sound up quick because the way you just mentioned that suit, because also the sound when the Batmobile first comes out, it's not my favorite Batmobile, but the fucking sound it makes when it comes out, like the engine comes to life.
The lights come on. It looks like a fucking demon.
Yeah,
I like that Batmobile a lot.
Yeah,
it's not meant to do anything except to chase someone down.
Yeah,
well, it has.
I got you.
Well, okay, so real quick, two things on that. I remember when Work Alex was like, hey, they revealed the new car, and I saw it, and I think we had talked about it, and just like. It seems kind of dumb to have your engine exposed like that. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how that's going to work. But in the movie, it came across beautifully. I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, whoa, Now, the second thing I want to say is you're saying, like, it's just meant to, like, take down the villains and whatever. Another issue I had with that is that it's supposed to be this souped-up fucking car with, like, nitrous and all this and
this fucking
Nas
Cadillac and shit.
And he can't catch up to the Penguin.
And
instead they fucking go on the expressway
like
and kill
Volvo.
like 30 people. Yeah. And then end up catching him only to find out he's not the right fucking guy they were supposed to get.
Well, I mean, the fact that the Penguin kind of killed those people. Batman didn't, he avoided.
He instigated.
Yes.
If he had fucking caught him with that souped up car in the first minute, then they would never have had that.
Yeah, if it was.
I think that was another issue or instant of him being scared though, of him not wanting to jump off the building because he has that button at the ready, but he never wants to push it because he doesn't know how fast he can go.
That Man in Black button or whatever.
Yeah,
don't ever push the red button.
It's only when all the shit's going down, he thinks he's gonna die. He's like, screw it, boom, and he just flies. He just did it at I'm gonna die either way. Might as well see if this works. But no, I was getting that stupid El Rata Alada thing was pissing me off so much. It's Batman's a rat with wings. Falcone is a rat with wings. The Penguin's a rat. We get it. There's a lot of goddamn birds in your universe. You could keep going.
Hawkman has wings.
Yeah, I mean, you could keep going.
Does Superman have wings? He flies.
I hated that. El Rata Alada, El Rata Alada, El Rata. Thank God Penguin was just El Rata, it's La Rata. What am I? How am I the smartest one in the room?
You guys aren't the world's greatest detectives.
Yeah, and the commissioner's or lieutenant is looking at me. I'm like, maybe we made a mistake.
Yeah, that's what I thought that was great. He put him in their place
yeah, even Batman didn't have anything to say. It's
I'm just gonna walk away, try to look cool though.
He's so angry when he taps in La Rata URL on the computer.
Yeah,
Even my typing is vengeance.
Yeah.
See that's the best part of the movie. I think is when it's 7. When it turns into 7, that movie shines awesomely.
Why don't you talk a little bit? I guess we didn't talk about the Riddler. Paul Dano as the Riddler. Yeah. Eli from fucking There Will Be Blood.
I drink your milkshake.
Drainage.
I drink it up.
Yeah.
This is you, Eli.
Yeah. You see this? This is a straw. Yeah. My straw goes all the way over here into your milkshake. I drink it up.
No, please
yeah, you reached the fucking red levels on here. I've abandoned my son.
We've reached vengeance level.
$500 like that.
Man, we should just talk about There Will Be Blood.
Afterbirth.
Yeah. No, don't say that.
You slithered out of your mother's womb.
Yeah. Damn, that's a good movie.
I like when he's touching him back huh? Huh, Eli?
Yeah.
Well, I fucking hate Paul Dano, but just because of that. He's a good.
He's good as a bad guy.
Piece of shit.
But what do you think about him in this movie?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering because we were watching the trailer or whatever upstairs, and that interrogation scene. I was about to say something, and then I think you said, "What did you think of his character?" And then I think when you said that, I had a feeling like, "Oh, did he not like him?"
I think he did some cool stuff. I like him when he's masked Riddler. Like he's cool. Like he's threatening. I like him, and then he says it later too. Like he's like, you know, I'm me, you're you when you have the mask on. So when we don't have the mask on, there's someone else. I think, like, to me, that the thing he was doing to be like, I don't evil or whatever, I didn't care for that.
He's speaking whale and shit.
I was like, why are you talking like a whale? Like, it was so weird. It just seemed like an easy out for a serial killer. Like, hey, you need to be a serial killer, like, with psychosis. What do you got for me?
He breaks down really easily.
I didn't care for that. I did, like, in the beginning when he beats the shit out of the mayor. I love that because he goes, "Ah!" And then he hits like, why were you Leatherface?
Yeah.
And
it's
that's
his war cry.
terrifying.
That's a good beginning.
Yeah, the mayor's just like, imagine the last thing you hear before you get,
Yeah.
what the shit
Where
just
did that come
happened?
It was like watching Animal Planet. I don't know.
Like,
is that my ringtone?
that was to me like that was terrifying. But when Bruce Wayne is talking to him there, or Batman's talking to him, I like that scene a lot because Batman's like, oh shit, he knows Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
That
Oh my God.
And that was the thing that I got confused at, because I think I was telling you in the theater, I was like, wait, he wants to kill him, but he loves him? I don't get it. So, like, does he know he's Batman? And it wasn't until Betin told me that, oh, no, he did, like, that scene is played out to be like, because he's like, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, it's played out for the viewer to think that he knows, but he doesn't know.
And I give Pattinson credit for that scene, too, because now reflecting on it, like, he's by the door, like, off to the side, like, motherfucker, I hope you don't know.
As soon as he doesn't know, he comes in all hard. Like, I do like that scene. I just don't like the,
when he starts becoming like a chimpanzee, when like dude, your fucking plan worked. The city's underwater now. Like, you still kind of won.
Yeah, I didn't like that because he's like, no, this isn't how it's supposed to go. That seems so cliche to me as like a villain. Like, you're in love with this guy and then he doesn't do what you think he's gonna do, and then you like break down immediately. I don't like that. I would have liked it maybe if he was like that.
I don't know.
Previously.
Kanye's kind of like that, so I don't know.
That guy's, he's not a villain. He's just
no, he's a villain.
No, he's just an idiot. You can't blame a guy for being an idiot.
Yes, you can.
Okay, you can, but you can't blame him and blame him by saying he's a villain. He's just a freaking idiot.
He's just a bad idiot.
It makes good music though. But like, I would have liked it if maybe he started off that way, and since becoming the Riddler, he's like, I'm overconfident now. So, like, if Batman was like, we're gonna stop what you're doing, it's like, no, you can't. Like, I figured it out. If you don't want to be part of my plan, then screw it. And screw you, and then boom, 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 bombs blowing up. But, like, what I was telling Mandine is he should have been more... I wanted him to be more Jigsaw, more final boss bad guy. Like, I wanted Batman and the Riddler to have a tit-for-tat brain-wit game. And
some confrontation.
Yeah, where he's giving him riddles, and he's seeing if Batman could keep up.
Some sort of final, like, I've set up this whole thing.
Yeah, like, what I was telling Mandine is he should have had, like, all the bombs set up, and then had Batman be in a room, and they're going, like, if you could solve my riddles, I won't blow the city up or whatever. Yeah. And maybe he gives Batman an unsolvable riddle, or maybe Batman does solve all the riddles, and he's like,
outsmarts him in some Batman way that he does.
Yeah, and he's like, you know what? Screw you, and he still blows up the city.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, damn, like, oh shit, the Riddler ain't nobody to mess with.
And what did I tell you? They did that exactly in Arrow season 1. Yeah. They do that. The bad guy wins at the ending. Like, Arrow's trying to stop him from blowing up like the impoverished area of the city, like the Narrows or the crime alley portion of Star City, and he beats up Merlin. Arrow beats up Merlin. The villain he couldn't beat before, he beats him up, but he still loses because he's able to blow up half of that crime. I'm like, holy shit! We see the good guy triumph, but he's still kind of lost, and Batman kind of loses in here. I mean, so that's why I thought it was kind of weird with the like what you said with the Riddler. He's like, oh, can you guess this? And then all of a sudden he's like, no, I. But I did like the when we see him through the videos and he's like,
Yeah, he's really good.
he's
in there.
terrifying.
He's really good.
Yeah.
There.
But it's a persona that he's putting on, because then we see like his videos. He's like, I have 500 followers. I just want to thank you guys.
I
He has
like
more
that.
I
followers
thought that
than
was
we
great.
do.
I love that. Thank you. I really liked your suggestions
that.
about where
I
to buy
love that.
rifles.
Yeah. I mean, that's totally believable.
Yeah.
That's what makes it super fucking scary.
Yeah, I really I just didn't like that at the end. That was
I get, just I want to contribute to that, but I didn't mind it. But I mean, looking back, I guess, yeah, it's kind of cliche that but I think I kind of like it. Like, he's so fucking frustrated, and this or that. I mean,
No, you can feel the way you feel.
no, yeah, I know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to think, like, yeah, in other movies, I probably would have been like, yeah, that's so cliche to be a wacko and be like,
Yeah.
but like him, I kind of see that, and some of the stuff he said, like, oh, maybe you aren't smart. Like, I gave you too much credit. You aren't as smart as I thought. Him saying that was like perfect.
Even
fucking
Batman's thinking like,
Riddler.
yeah, maybe I'm not.
Yeah.
See, yeah,
like,
that's because I like that a lot. Like, yo, you're really not as smart as because it shows him like being a higher brain intellect.
Yeah.
Like, you're really not that smart. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're stupid, and that's why I don't like him going like, because at the end of the day, he's Edward Nygma, or I guess in here Edward Nash.
Yeah, I don't like that name. Even though that's his original name, like from the 40s and shit, I prefer that.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, Edward Nygma should still be like full of himself. I love that he's full of himself. That's what makes him scary, is he knows he can beat you.
yeah.
And he's not the strongest person by it. Anyone could go beat his ass. But he will outsmart the shit out of you and make you die. And that's what makes him terrifying. So that's why, like, him being like, oh, you're not my friend, is to me like, come on, bro. Go.
Yeah.
As much as Kevin Spacey's a piece of shit, him and Seven, John Doe is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, he's in charge. Even when he's about to get shot, he's in charge. And that's how I wanted him to be at the end.
Yeah. I mean, he's basically a Riddler himself,
Yeah.
just setting up all that shit.
What were some of the, like, your favorite things from the movie, like scenes or things that you took away from the movie? Like, for example, I really liked. I thought the beginning was good when we're seeing. I like how the name of the Batman just came out real fast.
Yeah.
It felt like like The Exorcist or The Conjuring.
The
Thing, yeah. And then we just see the POV of, like, and we just hear him breathing like. It's almost like Halloween. He's looking at his victims. Did you guys think that was supposed to be the Waynes? Because I know a lot of people were talking about, like, oh, I thought that was supposed to be the Waynes and how they were going to get killed. Like, I didn't think that for a second, but I don't know if you guys
Yeah, I
maybe
thought
then,
that because I didn't know what they were going to do.
Yeah.
It could have easily been a flashback sequence or, something like that. But you're talking about scenes and stuff. I mean, I can tell you just some of the shots were fucking beautiful. I think the one that immediately comes to mind is him leaving or trying to get out of the police station and shooting his grappling hook up.
Yeah.
And the camera is like mounted to him and it's just
Oh, yeah.
following him up, like as he zooms up. Like that, I think looks fucking cool.
That's what Matt Reeves was saying, the director, that he wanted it to look like very 70s. Like, if we can mount cameras on stuff, let's do it. And there was times where he would say, oh, like that hallway scene where it's just pitch black and the muzzle fire is the only light.
Yeah.
Like, he was planning that out in CGI.
Mm-hmm.
And his guys were like, we can do that in real life. Like, we just have to plan out the shots, but we can do that. And it's like, if we can do that really, like, practical, let's go that way. And it's the better for it. It's like the Chris Nolan ones, whenever they would use practical effects. Like, that's what worked.
I think, some of the, I mean, that looks fucking cool. Him coming out of the shadows sometimes, like, even what's his face, Riddler coming out, like when the guy's watching the news, steps away, and all you see is his fucking eyes behind him.
It looks like a demon.
Like, it's a bunch of that stuff. The car chase, I think, is done great when it's not even his perspective, but I guess it's the perspective of
the penguin.
Yeah,
well,
so
like of the
something-
hood of the
yeah,
the
yeah.
hood
It's
of the
again
penguin's
another
face.
mounted
Yeah.
shot, and you just see it fucking come out. Boom, you know that looks fucking great. Like it's a great looking movie. There is one point.
Greg Fraser, I think, is the cinematographer on that.
Oh yeah, he did Dune. Too.
yeah, he did Dune.
And
Bring it back
Dune
to
is
Dune.
Yeah.
It's on HBO Max again. I'll try watching it. I have the book up there if you want to
Oh,
borrow it. Coley gave it to me. I can't. I just can't get through it. The first page just talks about spice.
I mean,
Just
I don't know about the book,
It's the
but
Spice Wars.
the movie is
Yeah.
fucking.
Spice Girls.
spice up your life.
Yeah, I think the movie looks fucking great. What about you guys?
You other ones?
I think it looks solid. I can't like tell you a scene where I'm like, yeah, that was freaking like. There's nothing super memorable about it. It's a solid looking movie, but that's like it for me. Like, you know, the car chase scene that you're saying. I remember liking those shots when it's mounted and you see like the driver. That looks awesome. But there was a bunch of like, I feel like that car chase dragged on and there was a lot of shots on there.
No,
I was like,
yeah.
What are you showing me? Like there was one where I think Batman's going through 2 trailers and it's showing the trailers and I'm like, what am I seeing?
Yeah.
This is dumb.
Yeah.
But when we were seeing the action, like the facial expressions of the Penguin and the Batman, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
Just give me that.
So angry.
Cut that up a little bit and give it to me.
No, yeah, for sure. I could have, wanted that cut differently. Like going back to that, I think there's that sequence you're looking at him driving, and then it cuts to a different angle, and then it cuts back to that first angle, and Batman, comes out of the flames doing that. I wish it had just stayed as one shot continuous. So that he's like, hell yeah, I fucking got you, and then blam, he fucking no, don't cut. I think it takes away.
Yeah, that's how I felt like a lot of that movie was that like there's a lot of just extra fat in it, and it just I didn't need it.
Yeah, a lot of people said that they didn't like feel the time going, but I was like, I felt it. I was like, man, there's some movie left. Like,
Yeah.
like looking back,
It was just because it didn't know.
it just there was a bunch of stuff I would cut out. I think I would just keep it strictly like a Riddler thing. But I know people would be like, but you don't get it. Like he's going up against like the founding family members of the city, and that goes into this, and that goes into Falcone and Catwoman. I'm like, I get it. It's just again, I think it loses its momentum as soon as it goes into the side mission for Catwoman. I kind of felt like that could have been its own movie or show or whatever. And then when they capture the Riddler, and then it's like, oh, there's 30 minutes left, and it's like, shit, what now? And it's like, I'm gonna bomb the city, which I didn't. That was the thing I didn't think worked in regards to like the narrative setup and payoff. It's like the seawalls are gonna be blown out.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
is Gotham City like on an
Raccoon
island?
City. Yeah,
Like,
it's another
Yeah,
fucking
they
case
are
of
on
like,
islands.
I mean,
guess.
usually, they like in the comic books, it's supposed to be like Manhattan, New York, but like there was nothing in the beginning to say like even a fucking throwaway line like, man, if those seawalls would really
I mean,
suck.
I think
yeah,
someone online said there was. The mayor had mentioned something about this.
There was I saw like Easter eggs and stuff, and they're like, oh, if you notice on the back wall where the mayor's watching the news, it says seawalls are up. Like I'm like, no, that's not how you do it.
Yeah, they could have just done it
yeah.
with the Batman. I mean, you said he liked, but I hated it. That his stupid narration. He could have just said it. He could have just said it. He was talking about useless shit throughout the whole movie.
I wasn't a fan of the voiceover. That was the first thing I was like, oof.
Yeah,
like, for real?
I was so
like,
mad.
Like, not,
I thought I was watching the bad Blade Runner.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was necessary.
Because they showed you everything.
The good thing is it wasn't like Rorschach and like it's September 19th and blood falls on my pants and I stare at it for 2 hours thinking about the color red.
What?
But like
I am the shadows, and the shadows is me.
yeah,
Shut up.
I mean the fact that it
Nah, bro,
opened
I
the
ain't you.
movie. I think it works in the sense that the way it opened the movie and the way it ended the movie.
Yeah, that's why
And it's okay, but I still didn't enjoy it. Like if it was up to me, voiceovers is a very like thin line. Like you have to be
works
careful.
for some people, but it doesn't work.
Maybe
and
it's
it
a
works for
DC
shows.
thing. Well, I was gonna say like all the DC shows, like the Flash, Arrow, like all of the Superman and Lois, like they start off with like like I must
have failed the
yeah,
city.
I failed the city. I have to become someone else. I have to become someone,
Yeah,
something else. Like they always start off, and maybe it's just the comic book thing, but
I think I also just don't like Batman doing that. Like I don't like Batman keeping a war journal.
See,
It
I
reminds you of
thought
Punisher.
that maybe that's why I thought it was okay that he narrated, because it was like, well, he's writing this stuff down and keeping track of it. You're saying you don't like that?
Yeah, I think it works for like the Punisher because he's like writing the war journal or whatever. I think Batman. Whenever I think of Batman, at the end of the day, I don't think Batman like he can be going through a bunch of emotional shit, but he's gonna internalize the shit out of that. He wouldn't want it anywhere on paper or anything that someone could read and be like, "Oh, he's going through shit."
Yeah.
Like,
See, I thought the same kind of too.
See, I think that one was like an homage to Batman Year One, because in that one, all you do is follow like October 7th, 2019. Like I saw the enemy tonight, and he does that in Year One, but yeah, I mean, it's some people like the voiceover. I didn't think it was really necessary.
I think you would have had the same movie because they talk about what they show, so you don't need.
I think visually it was represented well, because like one of the things that like worked, I think, and I think I told you, Bettina, is that the movie starts off like in darkness, and we see the criminal element like looking into the black alleyways, and they're like, is he coming out there? I actually really like that, where it was like, I don't know, he's there. Let's just get out of here. Like they're freaked out.
Yeah.
And then only to find out that his way of just beating the shit out of criminals isn't really working. And then he goes through his crucible fighting the Riddler and like the Riddler goons at the ending. And it isn't until that one guy in the movie they call Batman Vengeance, like that's his name, like I'm Vengeance, and where he beats up that one Riddler goon and they unmask him and he's like, "Who are you?" And it's like, "I'm Vengeance," and it's like, shit,
that name's taken already, guy.
Damn it! Like you guys are using it against me. And then the movie, and that's when he goes and he saves the mayor's kid for like the 100th time, and he's like leading the people out of darkness. He couldn't save the mayor. And then you finally see that he needs to be like Green Arrow. He has to become something else. He needs to instill hope in the people. But I did like that it starts up black, and then at the ending, it's dawn. It's daylight. And you see Batman in his grimy suit. Like, he needs to be hope for the people. He can't just be the darkness. But I thought that was good. And that's why I was like, do we need the voiceover? I didn't think so. But
yeah, I don't think so. I mean, again, it wasn't as bad. I think the worst one, I've been complaining about this line for since I saw that movie, is the most egregious error with the voiceover is he talks about at the end, he's like, with Falcone gone, there's going to be a power struggle and people are going to want the top banana or whatever. And then what happens immediately after that? He talks to Selena Kyle. Hey, with Falcone gone, there's going to be a power
it's like
struggle.
they try to double down.
Yes. He just told me. I'm aware.
There's a couple of those. There's a couple of those moments. Like one of the things
he was practicing his lines to talk.
He's like, I just want to talk to the hot feline.
It's just like, come on, bro. We're not stupid.
It was. What was the thing when he's talking? Now I forgot. I lost my train of thought. I was just thinking about Zoe Kravitz. Where they talk about like he says the same thing over again, but I lost my train of thought. Can't think of it right now anymore.
Like how Dexter would do that. ¿Cómo estás? How are you doing?
Yeah. I think one of the things that bothered me was the Falcone talking to Bruce.
Oh yeah.
And talking about like, your parents, man, like Maroni killed them.
Yeah.
And then
I saw him.
Yeah, I swear to God. I'm not a dick. I'm not gonna lie to you. Only for him to go to like Alfred, and then he's like, poor fucking Alfred gets the short end of the stick in this fucking movie.
For no reason.
I got so mad where
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad. I'm like, and I thought that was one of those stupid things where it's like, we need drama. I'm like, you have fucking drama coming out of this movie's ass. You don't need that little like, you're not my dad.
That's really bad.
Like
I just woke up from a fucking coma. Come on, give me a break.
That's like,
hey,
that was a little
Wayne,
TV show.
I can give you my cufflinks for the Waynes.
Yep.
Why do you have them? Oh my god!
Because I'm fucking stealing from you.
I just raised you for 20 years.
Now make me dinner.
Yeah.
God damn! I'm waking up and I just got my ass handed to me by a bomb. And what do I hear first? You lied to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lied to me, you
You
bitch.
piece
And like
of
I
shit.
like fuck, man. You're going out there dressed up as a fucking bat, and then when you come home, I give you fucking blueberries,
Yeah.
and this is how you fucking treat me.
Lobster thermidor.
Yeah,
what?
lobster thermidor. I'm fucking deciphering the cipher and shit for you.
Dude.
And
You did it wrong, Alfred. This is the real
Yeah.
cipher.
I gave you the answers.
Yeah.
Like, well, I put it together.
But in one of them, Alfred should just fucking slap him. Like,
Did you
boom,
did you
bitch.
think? Yeah, he should. Like
Yeah.
with the cane and shit. Did you think he died when? Because
Yeah,
there's
I
a
thought he
bomb in
did.
the Wayne Tower because they're trying to kill Bruce Wayne because they think he's like one of the corrupt like officials or whatever. I was kind of like, yeah, they're gonna kill him. Like, because one, he wasn't in the movie that much, and two, like he wasn't a big part of the story. And Alfred's been dead for a few years now in the comics, so I'm like, yeah, I think they're gonna do
I
it.
can see it. I mean,
I
yeah.
think I would have been all right if they did, but then they do that fake out where it's like, no, he's alive,
Yeah.
and again that goes back to like doubling down on like, oh, like then why do that? It just feels
Yeah.
like empty. Like
Because
you didn't
it
need
was,
that.
It was meant for that Batman dialogue that I didn't care for, where he's like, I didn't think I feared anything anymore, but then I got a call and something, and I feared.
Yeah.
I was
that
like,
was a
dude,
little...
you could have wrote that way better than the way
He's in his emo years.
I don't care. Yeah,
but-
I mean, I think I have a big issue with that. Like, he could be damaged, he could be messed up, but he's still crying over that. Like, the fact that him and Alfred aren't the best buds in the world, to me, just doesn't make any sense. He raised you. He taught you how to fight. He's dealing with your shit. He's doing all the business for you. He's catering to your every goddamn stupid shit. And you're not my dad. I don't care. Why do you have my cufflinks? Shut up, bro. Come on. But
Go
Zoe
listen to
Kravitz
some
is over
Nirvana
here.
in your room. You're grounded.
Zoe Kravitz
Fine,
comes out.
Alfred.
He's like, you're hot,
I'll
so
be in
you're
my
cool.
cave.
Yeah.
Shut up,
But
bro.
that was the thing that bothered me was they couldn't pick or choose. Like you talked about, like, yeah, there's a power grab, and then he tells Selena there's a power grab, and then the Falcone thing was like, yeah, it
that
totally
was-
saw Marino.
Marino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino laces out,
Yeah.
like kill your parents, hand to God, and then Alfred is like, no, your dad just wanted Falcone to scare the guy because he was gonna like tell the world about like his mom who had mental issues, and I guess Thomas Wayne wanted Falcone just to scare the dude because he owed him a favor or whatever, but Falcone, being an asshole, kills the guy.
I should kill this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I intimidate him? I
Yeah.
kill him.
He felt funny.
And
Yeah.
yeah. And then Alfred's like, yeah, and then when your dad found out he was gonna go straight to the cops. But it happened to be the night that he took you to go watch Zorro and your
Because
parents
that's usually
died.
what you do before you go to the cops.
Yeah.
Let's go to the movies real quick.
I got
But
these
then-
tickets.
But the thing that bothered me was
It's
like
on the way.
was
so-
like that was the same night that Falcone, like, he told Falcone he was gonna go to the cops. And then so you're saying he killed my parents? And it's like, well, yeah, but then maybe it was just some random guy, or maybe it was a Joker, or maybe it was Joe Chill. It's like, no, just don't make it muddled. Like, don't even bring it. Like, yeah, it was totally Falcone, or maybe not. It's like you're trying to have your cake and eat it too. Like the purists want nobody to know who killed the Waynes. Some people want Joe Chill. Then this one, maybe we're gonna do something different and be that it was a hit on him or
Yeah.
whatever. It's just like, pick one.
See-
Don't pick carte blanche.
That's bad. And Bruce Wayne in that moment is also bad. Because he's like, well, Falcone tells him, oh, it was Maroni. And he's like, goddamn Maroni. Then he goes over to Alfred. Alfred, it was Maroni. No,
Nice.
it might have been Falcone. Oh, I'm not mad at you anymore, Alfred.
Yeah.
What? This dude's
Alfred.
like, man.
You know Maroni
every 2
rhymes with
seconds,
pepperoni.
He flips every 2 seconds. Like, it just
He's a
you
good
know,
Batman though.
I mean, yeah, he's a great Batman.
One of the things I really liked was when he comes out of the cave or whatever, and this is just on facial expression alone. It's just he like squints at the sun, like it bothers him because he's like so
He
nocturnal.
was gonna get pissed that he was gonna spark.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, no, not in this one, please. I just escaped that shadow. Yeah, Pattinson was good.
He was good. He's a really good Batman. I don't like the attitude that they wrote.
Drama for drama's sake
Bruce
isn't
Wayne.
necessary, and that was one of the points where I was like, either kill Alfred, or don't do the whole like you're not my dad.
I don't want them to fight. Yeah, I'm over that. I
Not
like
to
you
say
said, they
can't
should
have issues.
I think they should be best friends
Yeah,
at
that's
this
what I'm
point.
saying. They should just be best friends. I'm tired of that shit.
That's why I like the Ben Affleck, Jeremy Irons
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
They were like
great.
an old married couple. Like
Yeah.
Alfred's
They're
always
perfect.
pissed off at him, like you're a fucking idiot, and Ben was like, oh, I'm just so angry.
Yeah.
But like.
we can't all be smart like
Yeah.
you, Alfred.
Yeah.
And-
But I like that relationship because they bicker back and forth, and obviously Batman respects Alfred. Like in Justice League, he's like, everybody, this is Alfred. I work for him. Like, because he respects Alfred, because Alfred's a big part of his operation.
Yeah, no, that's
So-
that's why it just every time like again, Dark Knight Rises not the biggest fan, but that's one of the biggest errors in that. Get out of here, Alfred.
I like
Yeah.
that part because it was like weird.
Nobody likes that
No one
part.
likes
I like that part.
Let me not tell Alfred I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Let him have a heart attack.
yeah.
Good.
See,
Be a piece of shit.
I think that works because of what happened in the second one. But in here, it's like
No.
he's already angry at Alfred for no reason, and then he gets angry at her because he's like, "You lied to me."
Yeah,
But
that man.
But I can
that
do
was-
without that.
We gotta take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Alex, what are we drinking here?
Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey from the can. Pretty
Whiskey, honey, and lemonade. Alcohol volume 7.0%. Yeah. Ah,
Okay,
salud.
we're back from.
I just wet my
the
pants.
break.
Guys.
Well,
Well, look.
that's 2 out of
What are
3.
you showing me?
I think we can talk. There were some Easter eggs in the movie. Did you see? Or what did you think? The Riddler, when he was trying to kill Bruce Wayne, brings up, I think like a big info dump of like Easter eggs. Like we went into like the parents, Thomas and Martha Wayne. Usually they don't use the Arkham signifier that Martha was an Arkham. Like that's kind of recent. That's like in the Earth 1 books.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I thought that was interesting because I thought that was kind of smart. Jeff Johns wrote those books with Gary Frank on art.
Gary Frank.
That fucking dude is
Beast.
boss. That fucking artist. And I like Jeff Johns' writing. But
Ultimatum?
ultimately, that's Jeff Loeb.
Oh, is that
You know, Jeff Loeb was Matt Reeves' screenwriting teacher in college.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of Jeff Loeb in this movie. I mean, they do bits of Long Halloween, because it starts off like on Halloween, just like in the novel.
Yeah.
It's Batman's year 2. They do like Catwoman's part of that story of Long Halloween. They bring up Hush. Do you think he's gonna be playing a part in the future movies? Like Hush is kind of recent, within like the last, I guess, 10-15 years.
Well, they talked about Elliot too, no? They showed the Elliot Hospital.
Yeah,
So,
they
like,
they showed,
and they straight up say hush.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the guy, so there was a reporter that was gonna like do I don't know, like a piece on Martha Wayne.
Vicky Vale. Vicky
Vicky Vale with pictures by Vicky Vale. And he was gonna tell like this tell-all thing about how, you know, Martha's parents killed themselves or whatever, and she's been in and out of mental institutions. And they used the last name of Elliot, and like me, I'm like, oh shit, dude. And they even throw the word hush like on the screen.
Yeah.
And in the comic books, Bruce has a friend named Tommy Elliot who grows up to be the villain Hush. His face is all bandaged up. He wears a trench coat. He even goes as far as like getting plastic surgery to look like Bruce Wayne. And
he's an evil Bruce Wayne.
he's like the
he's
evil
the
Bruce.
anti, right? Like he tries to get his
parents killed.
yeah,
Yeah,
So they
like,
can get their money.
Yeah. Whereas Bruce is like, you know, crying for his mom and dad. Tom Elliot wanted his parents dead. But I mean, I don't know. That'd be a cool character to see. We haven't seen him in live action.
See,
I
yeah,
think.
that's what I was gonna say. Like you're saying, do you want to see him? Like hell yeah, I want to see more people. Like, you know, the thing about this is, I think this movie establishes its own sort of thing. I don't see a Superman existing in this universe. Anything paranormal, I don't see.
I kind of want a little bit paranormal,
Um,
like Ra's al Ghul, Lazarus Pit. Court of Owls zombies.
See,
I don't know about Lazarus Pit, but I would like to see Raish.
like, yeah, I can see like a grounded version of Ra's al Ghul. Like, maybe he's not a zombie, but it's more like
Like an
there's some dude
eco-terrorist.
taking on his persona. Like, see,
Yeah,
Bruce,
he's
I
like
live
the-
forever. Like,
Yeah.
but
He's
you
the
know,
dreaded
it's not
Pirate
really.
Roberts.
Yeah. What?
He's the dreaded Pirate Roberts.
Yeah.
So
There's always a
Although
Raish.
since
See,
they did
yeah.
them in the Nolan ones, I feel like they might not.
yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say is like with Hush. Yeah, I want to see someone like that. You know, a really fucking dangerous dude. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what they can do, but yeah, some really like fucking murderous like asshole that's after him.
I
You know,
wanna
I'd like
see-
to see that.
Yeah, like, and I was telling Alex, or you, Bitty, maybe that what I haven't seen before that they haven't, I don't think really done, is like Bruce's friendships before he became Batman. Like Harvey Dent is supposed to be like his
Yeah.
best friend, you know, like that's in the cartoon, that's a little bit in the comics, like, or at least he respects him. And then like Dark Knight, I liked Aaron Eckhart as
I believe in
Harvey,
Harvey Dent.
but it just wasn't. He didn't have a relationship.
Oh,
with
he
him.
didn't like him. He only liked Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, trying to sleep
By
with the girl.
proxy, he
Yeah.
liked him.
And since he, you know, spoilers for Dark Knight, he dies at the end, which I was like
Shit.
so upset about.
Yeah.
I didn't kill him though.
still
I didn't
don't-
break my no kill rule.
I still forget that he dies because they just show him and it's like he
Yeah.
fell 2 feet.
Is
Yeah.
he sleeping?
Yeah,
or-
just taking a quick nap. But that's something I want to see them explore. Is like maybe people who knew Bruce Wayne before he became, you know, I'm vengeance.
Yeah.
And explore a little bit about that. But like the fact that they already established that, you know, the Elliot connection, I feel like they're not going to play the friend angle,
I don't think so.
Like-
I don't like see that.
Yeah.
That's what
which I feel like that's kind of like you kind of not wasted like a thing, but you could have used that.
he doesn't have friends though, right? Because he's just a recluse like that.
yeah,
yeah.
he hasn't been seen
Well, he's
in
Kurt Cobain
like
style.
years or something.
Which is weird because like I laughed, but I don't know if it made any sense. Like I like Martinez or whatever, the cop. Like
a Mexican.
Yeah.
You got a Mexican in Gotham.
he hated
Oh, he's a
Batman.
Latino.
Like this freak. What is he doing here? What's
Yeah.
going on? And then when he sees Bruce Wayne, he's like, "Hey, Bruce!"
It's Bruce Wayne.
Hey, Mr. Wayne.
He's
Yeah.
so happy. Like I'm so happy.
Yeah, and Pattinson's just looking at him like he just smelled a bad fart. Like, ugh. Like,
Like, he loves
I
me
don't
as
wanna
Bruce,
talk.
but he hates me as Batman.
know.
But like, why does he like him? If he's been like hiding for so long, like, was he there when? Did he help investigate? You know,
No,
the-
I think it was more like if I
It's
see
just
the
a
Rock,
celebrity.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a celebrity. Like if I see the Rock, like when I saw Michael Shannon on the train,
Oh, yeah.
and I was just like, dude, I love doing Man of Steel and Boardwalk Empire, and he's just like super nice guy. I shouldn't have bothered him, but I couldn't go up. I just like I wanted to just say things,
Yeah.
and like I tried not to make a big deal of it. And it was cool because he was just like he didn't say anything, but he was just like, thank you.
I have no people.
Yeah. And
I will find.
but yeah,
him.
like it's like when you see a celebrity, you'd be like, "Holy shit, it's you! You know
Yeah.
you're you, right?"
Yeah, you're
I'm not the world's greatest detective.
Yeah.
I don't know who I
Martinez.
am. But yeah, I
you
mean,
can't be doing that.
and he just looks at him. He's just like, he doesn't have to say anything. He's almost like Michael Keaton style. Like he doesn't say anything. He's just like super quiet.
But Michael Keaton's having a good ass time.
Yeah, well, yeah,
dude.
he's going out murdering people, just talking about mistletoe and.
No, it could be deadly if you eat it.
Yeah, why would you eat it? Remember, we were just asking, like, why would you even bring that up? It's like a stupid Batman fact. Like, he knows everything. It was like,
He's so good.
he's trying not to get, like, a hard-on from, like, Catwoman licking his face. So it's like, he's trying to change the subject. But, so, yeah, they brought up that, like, I want to see the Court of Owls. I think, because that hasn't really been done.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it's just, like, since there are, like zombie assassins. I don't know if that'll work, but I'm sure they can.
Yeah,
they
you
can
could just make them
real
their own.
world it. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing like a Clayface type in this world, like some guy who can just change his appearance and.
Nah, I want Clayface
See,
being Clayface.
yeah, you saying that. Well, just real quick.
Yeah.
I want a full blown Clayface as well, but you saying that too. that does. I can see that working too. Is just some
Like
dude
a
that
new
puts
mystery.
on makeup
He's like
and
Leonardo DiCaprio
he
in
fucking
Catch Me
does.
If You Can.
Are you
Yeah,
Leonardo
like,
DiCaprio?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that. But okay, what you were gonna say?
No, I want a full blown Clayface, and I think they can do it, but you need like an intermedium movie to get there, which I think they could totally do in this world. Like if you did a Man Bat movie and then you did a Clayface down the line, like yeah, that because you're like giving them a little bit of like supernatural paranormal type of shit with with Man Bat, but it makes more sense, and I think would be an awesome type of movie in here because it'd just be like some kind of man monster, and it's not too ridiculous. You don't have to have him be completely Man Bat, but just have him be more like freakish looking and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think
It's
that
just
would
a
be
freak.
awesome.
Yeah, going forward. I mean, they killed Falcone dies.
Stupid ass.
He's just
thing.
sleeping.
So he's just yeah.
Yeah,
Do you not know what dead is, Batman? Yeah, look at him. He's just taking a little nap.
That's the worst thing of that movie.
What, that he dies?
Just so that it's a Riddler movie, and he's ramping up the kills. He kills the mayor, he kills the DA, and they're like, damn, he's going, he's gonna go crazy. And then it's like, by the way, Falcone's my dad, and we got to do this whole story. And 45 minutes of that movie, and then they kill Falcone, and then it's like, oh, Riddler's back.
Yeah.
They were doing great with Falcone. It's just like, just give me bits of
Little
him.
bits.
Give me bits of, and then in the next one, make it all about him or something. But that would have been so good. They're gonna take down John Turturro in the same movie. Like it just,
that's
the pacing,
what
like
we
you
were
said,
telling.
it's
Yeah,
wrong.
I just
It's
felt
wrong.
like he wasn't in it enough to be like a viable threat. I mean, not to say he didn't do a good job doing that, but like, yeah, like again, when they're like, "Oh my God, this guy's gonna kill me," I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Who is this guy?" Oh, it's John Turturro. Like, and he wasn't in it. He wasn't really set up in the beginning. He kind of comes in the middle of the movie at the funeral.
like
scene.
he's not the threat we're looking
Yeah.
for. It's the Riddler that's been fucking.
And not to say that I want a
doing all
fucking
this.
billboard saying like I'm the bad guy. You know, like obviously it's a mystery. We want it to be mysterious, but there's just like certain things that I don't think are set up and paid off, like the seawall thing. You know, like
That I think was too big for this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was gonna be grounded, and here
it's like
fucking
we're
walls.
doing No Man's Land that quick, but I think they do that.
They did too many things. They did way too many.
But going back to what Mandine's saying, those Easter eggs. I mean, okay, so this one I think we disagree on because we were talking about it before. The person at the end,
John Doe. That's
Is
how. That's
that
what he's
how-
named. I think John Doe or Arkham inmate. That was. Well, why don't you do yours?
Okay, so I didn't mind Joker
What?
at the end. Yeah,
You mean the creeper?
Yeah,
Yeah, the creeper.
Um,
You mean Kevin Spacey?
I didn't mind it. It's
No, that's
only
the rapist.
Whoa. Okay. Technically,
But
I don't think he's
guys,
We're just,
I'm gay.
yeah.
I didn't mind it. I wasn't all like, oh fuck yeah, they fucking did it. Like if any, that goes to like Batman Begins, where it's like, hey, this dude leaves his calling card, and you know it's that Joker card. Like that will forever be the fucking best.
That's a
introduction to
brilliant
Joker.
tease without it being like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
I'll
But at
look
the same
into
time,
it,
it's
yeah.
oh shit.
But the more you think about it, the more Batman didn't fucking do his job. He's like, I'll look into it. You never
He
fucking
never
looked
did,
into
yeah.
it. Like,
No,
but
they mentioned it in the beginning. They're like, oh, is it that guy we're looking for?
no,
I was supposed to good look into it.
I was just
Yeah, I
finding
was-
the info.
Shit.
I just had to follow Rachel.
I told you to look into it.
Yeah. So I didn't mind it. I think the thing I was thinking of more was, I know people are gonna be upset at this,
I fucking
and
hate
people
it.
are gonna be more like, oh, he didn't laugh right, he didn't do this right. How are they gonna do this? They're disrespecting Heath Ledger. And then I'm thinking, like, you know what? You have
Didn't
to allow
Jared
these
Leto
people
do that already?
you have to allow these people to make their thing already.
no.
Like you
That's fine.
you can't just be like, you can't touch that anymore because, you know, the legacy of this and that. Like, I'm over it. Show me another Joker. I'm down for it. But the scene itself, I didn't think it was that great. They could have done without for sure. It did feel tacked on, but it was okay.
That was that's probably the biggest thing I like hated in the movie was like, it seemed so TV show for Matt Reeves. And look, he wants to bring in the Joker. Bring in the fucking Joker. Do whatever you want. I'm excited for Matt Reeves. I love that guy. But it was just like you didn't need it. Like you didn't need it. It just felt like I don't know if Warner Brothers was like,
yeah,
hey.
maybe.
But I did hear that there was supposed to be in his 4-hour cut, that he goes to the middle, like he goes to Arkham, and he's using him as Hannibal Lecter. Like, hey, I need to get into the Riddler's mindset. Tell me stuff. And
he's using Joker as?
Yeah, there's a scene that was cut out that Matt Reeves says that it's supposed to pay that, like that's the end, but there was a middle scene where he's talking to the Joker, like so we see that they've had history. He's not the Joker yet,
yeah,
but I still felt like if you took off that scene, you should have just taken this scene out.
Yeah,
I think they wanted
like
him in some aspect. I guess
I wouldn't like this movie is kind of subtle in its things. Like again, when I mentioned the beginning starts off like in darkness, and then it ends in daylight. Like they don't throw it in your face and go like, "Oh, see, you get it."
He's literally lighting the way. When
he's literally lighting the way, and it's a good looking scene. So I would have just been like, do something more subtle. Like you could have just had some dude like whistling the Joker theme. I don't know, but I felt like it wasn't needed.
Yeah, no,
it wasn't needed.
Yeah, would I put it in my movie? No.
Nah, I would not.
I would.
It's just like when the Justice League, the Zack Snyder cut. Like I like that movie. Even I wouldn't call it a movie, it's like a miniseries. But there's stuff I'm like, you don't need this, you don't need that. Like,
but that, yeah, I mean that's completely.
It's different. But I just felt like this was almost like the end of a season 1.
Yeah.
And then you're like, come back for season 2, and it's like, no, like you've already won us over, I think, with the characters themselves. Like the way they show the Penguin like looking out at the city, like, oh, this guy's gonna start some shit.
Yeah.
With Catwoman going off to Bloodhaven, with Batman like helping I really like when the little girl, where he's carrying the little girl on the stretcher, and they're about to like take her away in the helicopter, and like she grabs him, and it's like other people would be like fucking scared, but now he's turning over a new leaf. He's becoming hope for the people.
I need to push myself.
Yeah.
To become something more.
Listen to Nirvana.
I still talk like this even though I'm Bruce Wayne and I'm writing.
Do you like it? How do you like
so
his
that's
Batman
how
voice?
it feels.
Yeah. How did you like his Batman voice?
It was fine. I didn't have a problem with it. He's a good Batman.
What about the costume?
He just needs to stop walking everywhere.
Yeah, I think my biggest complaint is the ears. They look like the Injustice video game design.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that they look so thin, like they could break.
Like you
off
could just
easily.
bend them so easily. It's just kind of weird.
And they don't look that good.
He looks badass without the cape.
Yeah, he needs to take off the cape.
I don't like the cape on him. It's not my favorite bat suit, but like if he's being really utilitarian, like I feel like he doesn't need the cape.
Yeah, I think what would have been cool, you saying that, like in this one he has no cape, and then in part 2 he eventually gets one and realizes maybe this can come in handy if I do this or that. You know?
Because he hasn't been using the cape. Like, he doesn't glide. He's scared. Right?
Well, see, that's the thing that I wasn't sure about.
Yeah,
because,
that was a weird. Where does that suit come from? That para?
Yeah, I don't know if that was the cape was that glide suit or
like
something.
It looked like
it
pulled the shit out.
But yeah, it looked like it expanded. And then the cape wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, it left.
So, yeah.
He fucking hits himself in the face.
Yeah. He survived.
I don't know why he was aiming for that fucking truck under the bridge. It's like, come on, man.
I think he just didn't know how to move.
Yeah, he did.
Well, it looked like
having
it was the
to think
time.
on the fly. And
I thought it
just
was...
being like...
The thing I don't like about people saying is that this movie's way too dark. I'm like, it's fucking Batman. It's tonally dark, but like, is it hopeless? No. Is it? But and it's not humor. It doesn't have like Batman and Robin humor. There's moments of levity, and I thought that scene was pretty hilarious when he face plants on the thing, because it shows. Because one of the things I love Batman, but I do get tired in the comic books where he's like Bat's god, and like everything he does, like you can't beat him. I like to see him a little more human, just like Batman Year One.
Yeah.
But where
Batman Begins,
where you see him like limping, where you see him limping off into the alley after he like did that jump. I'm like, see, that's funny. Like, it's not haha funny. It's just like, dude, you fucking,
like
you fucking hurt yourself. You jackassed yourself.
Work Alex had told me like if this were a Marvel movie, he would have been like, "Oh, my back." Oh,
Yeah,
like anyone get the number of that bridge or you know something stupid like that. And you know, you talking about having to be dark. I'll say this, like, because I forgot who else had said that their family member said that it was too dark, and I thought, you know what? Then this isn't the movie for you. And you can, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I love now is that there are so many different incarnations that you have the option now. You can watch this, you can watch that. Like Lego Batman, I think is fucking great. You can watch that if you want to have a fun time and laugh, or if you want a dark movie, then you watch this one. You know.
I mean, it's not like it's so bleak, and it's not like Seven where it's like I was gonna say ass to ass, like Requiem for a Dream. Yeah. It's not like that. It's not like shit. What the fuck? Like I need a shower after this. Like no, there's hope in this movie. There's moments of levity.
But sometimes, I want a dark ass fucking Batman.
I wanted them to go darker with it.
Yeah, and that's what we've always wanted. We're like, we kind of want to see him go up against a Zodiac type, like a mystery, and they did it, and now we have one that they do.
I think they needed to do more.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think that's another thing.
The third act
could have been better, but it's there. We have this established world now.
It's a really good world.
I think
it is a really good
going forward. Like I think Matt Reeves will probably be like, okay, like he knows what worked. Maybe he thinks everything worked and great. You know, good power to you. But maybe now he's like, okay, now I can tell like a leaner, meaner story. Like this was like a buffet. Like and again like that third act where it's like, well, we already captured the Riddler. It's like, yeah, but you kind of have to do something big. Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, just if there were snipers around, I think I would have been fine. I don't know if I needed like all the water being like...
Yeah, they're planning an assassination on the mayor. Yeah. That makes more sense because they were building this whole...
And they already set that up. Because they were asking like, well, we've been trying to get in contact with you, Mr. Wayne. You can do more for your city. Yeah. And they already set that up and you can do that.
See, I feel like that also came out of nowhere too. I feel like you could do a lot more for you. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I did feel like you needed that weird scene in the beginning where Alfred's like, oh, your investors came. I'm like... Take that out and just be like the mayor's office called again.
Yeah, she's been trying to come in contact with you to see if you want to support her campaign.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. You just add that line, and then you do that, and then in the middle it's where she talks to him personally, and then when he goes and he saves her and offers her his hand as Batman going forward.
Yeah, they could have done so. Like, they could have done so much.
I was just gonna say, what are your final thoughts? Just because
I give it a B for the Batman. I think it's solid. Again, it wasn't one of those like when I saw Batman Begins, I was just maybe because it was coming off of Batman and Robin in like 7 years of no Batman movie. But that was one I'm like, I need to go see it again in theaters. Same thing with Dark Knight. This one, no, but I'm glad Matt Reeves is on this. I like all the actors associated in this movie. Pattinson, when he first was casted, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, "What? No, god damn it!" But we saw what's the one with Willem Dafoe?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm something of a scientist myself. No,
something of a Batman myself.
The one where the seagulls eat his face. Lighthouse. I saw Lighthouse. I'm like,
you farts.
He's a good actor.
You gotta deal with your farts.
He's a good. That's when I knew when he was talking about farts. Like that guy's Batman.
Hark Winslow.
And I'm not
on the run.
So I will say I'm happily surprised. Like when I saw Christian Bale in American Psycho, I'm like, that guy needs to be fucking Batman. Yeah. But this one, I'm like, I'm happy. I'm happy Pattinson's Batman. Just like when I first heard Ben Affleck was Batman, I was like, no, but he's a good Batman.
He's probably
my favorite one. Now.
So
more than Michael Keaton.
So
they're both like.
But what do you give it?
It's a B. I think Matt Reeves needs to just write a better third act. I feel like he messes up his third acts all the time. Like in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War for the Planet of the Apes. Like Gary Oldman just blows himself up for no reason. You're like, wait, what? But you're the main bad guy, and then Woody Harrelson is like, oh, I turned dumb, which isn't as bad.
Oh, because they were setting that confrontation only for it to be like, oh, I pity you now, and I don't.
Yeah,
There's
he does that
nothing
a
there.
lot. I mean, that one's not as bad because that movie's just freaking perfect.
That's another one where it's like they're setting up this confrontation with this big bad, and he's not even like the final act.
Yeah,
like the
he's not
final
even-
act
yeah.
is him escaping
It's him turning
the
into
concentration camp. Yeah, him turning into
Which is also what Batman does.
Champ
he turns
Moses.
into Moses.
Yeah, he's leading them through the
Through the desert,
Yeah,
The
look at
flood,
that.
Yeah, it's
through the flood.
But yeah, it's a solid movie. It's a beat. It doesn't scratch my top 5. It's a really good movie.
And
though.
if you guys love it, I'm glad.
That's
glad.
cool. I
Yeah.
mean, if you guys are loving Batman, that's cool. DC needs a lot of love right now. So that's cool.
What-
It just did a lot of things right.
Yeah.
But it
did.
like a few things bad, and those bad things are really bad.
Like I just want a leaner,
really
meaner
bad.
script.
No Joker at the end being garbage.
you don't need to tease.
What like that was so dumb because they were just like.
That's
There's
my
two
only
people
big
in
complaint.
Arkham,
Yeah,
and you're gonna put them right
Right
next
next
to
to
each
there.
other. You don't think that's gonna turn awry?
yeah.
For real? Come on, bro.
yeah,
like you could have done if you wanted to really tease that Joker, you could have done something where like at the end, which probably would be just as cliche, but you could have had like Penguin like bringing out the Red Hood and being like, "We're gonna take over Gotham." And then, like, they're bringing someone in, and then they just show the freaking Red Hood thing. And you're like, oh, shit.
You could do whatever.
If you know things, you know that's going to be the Joker. That would have been cool.
I just want to know if he had done it or if it was like Warner Bros. Like,
It was
please said
forced
something.
on there, yeah.
Because I'm like, at that point, you can be like, well, with the floods, Arkham inmates escaped. And
Yeah, you
there's-
could've
and then you
done
can
a
just
lot of
hear
things.
some motherfucker laughing, like, whatever. That's my Joker laugh. Take
Yeah,
that,
just-
Mark Hamill. No, I
Yeah,
love you,
the-
Mark Hamill. You're my.
I don't know. You
You're
said
my
it's
Joker.
Druig, right? That was playing the Joker?
Yeah, Drew. I think it's like Keegan is his last name. I don't forget his first
Yeah,
name.
the-
Druid. Yeah.
That's why I'm looking forward just because
Just
that
so
guy
young.
is.
He's cool.
He's,
I liked him in there. It just... I feel like when I saw him, I was like, is that a greaser from Greece? Like,
It looks like
hey, man.
Yeah.
It looks like they're going with the new
What are you
52 look,
doing?
where like super shaved sides and with like the hair and
He just seemed weak.
I think the little I read online is they said that I think he's supposed to be kind of like the Elephant Man, where he has a face deformity.
yeah, he has a face deformity.
And
It's a little opposite of like what the Joker did, where it's like he has the laugh, like uncontrollable laugh,
yeah.
but in this one, his face is always smiling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of down for that, but at the same time, I do kind of feel it's a little cliche. Like, of course, the guy with the face deformity turns out to be the villain, but
That guy, yeah.
you know,
I mean,
we'll
they
see.
could- they
Whatever.
could I liked him a lot in that Batman Telltale one. I don't know if you played that,
I
but-
played a little bit of that,
But he's like a good guy in there. He's Bruce Wayne's or Batman's friend and Bruce Wayne's friend.
Joker.
Yeah, he tries to be your friend and he becomes like, well, it depends on what you choose, but he could become like the Joker Bat or something, and he's trying to do good,
And they also do
but
like
he just messes. He starts killing people instead of.
they also
I
do
didn't
like
know.
the kind of corrupt Waynes in that one a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
they do the
Yeah,
they're
That's why I feel like this is so comic booky. Like it pulls from
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, it does a lot of. I mean, it's very comic book and video because the last act is straight out.
Oh
of
yeah,
Arkham.
it's Arkham. It's Arkham City. It even does one of the moves where he
Yeah,
like
he-
beats
when he
up a dude and he like
flies.
flies to the other guy. And then
Oh
he-
yeah, you didn't even talk about the venom that he uses.
Oh yeah, well that's what
The
everybody's
big
saying. The
venom.
adrenaline thing, the green vial, like
No, yeah, I don't agree with that.
You don't
It's
think he
not-
took venom?
No, I mean the
you
way
think he would ever take venom, or
like-
because he has in the comic books.
Work Alex said that. I guess he and maybe Lizette thought it was Bane's venom, and I just thought it was fucking just adrenaline. Like it's
He
just
saw Pulp Fiction the
like,
night before
yeah.
while listening to Nirvana,
Yeah.
and he's just like, yeah.
I mean, you know what would have been a better payoff is if they had some sort of mention in the beginning, like these people have been selling this new drug that's going around,
Oh,
and
yeah, we didn't
and
even
maybe
talk about that, the blue drops or whatever they were.
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
that's what I'm saying. Like if they had switched the name to like Venom or just called it something
V.
else,
They're
yeah,
taking
to
some
V.
V.
There's this new drug called V going around,
Oz is selling V.
yeah, I think that would have been a better payoff to be like, oh yeah, then he's taking it too because it amps him up. But
Yeah.
but at that point, I think it's just fucking.
I think you could do
regular
that in a
adrenaline.
sequel now. That sounds like a good idea for like, hey, the new V is coming in shipments every month. Like, what is this? Or like how they kind of, or like the Scarecrow's fear toxin,
Yeah.
like something just people getting high with this new shit. That would
Condemned.
be interesting.
Yeah, I mean that would be cool if it was like a toxin that gets you high, but then the scarecrow infiltrates it and starts putting fear into it.
I want to see
Stop
more stuff
giving
like
them ideas.
Boardwalk
Yeah.
and Bino, right? Like, I hope Falcone's kids come out and either in a Catwoman thing or
See,
whatever.
I feel like Riddler in here was more Holiday. Like, because
Yeah,
he
it
was
was,
always
a
like,
little bit.
like he gets scared at the end. I think that would be more of a Holiday type of thing.
Well, they can do
But
that.
yeah.
What did you? I don't know, but what did you give it?
I don't give it. I'm
How many pineapples?
Yeah, I don't like that. I was just gonna say, yeah, watch it. It's a definite watch.
Yeah.
Don't miss it. I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't miss it, not because, like, it's that good, but you definitely have to see it. Like Lizette, she fucking loved it.
That's
Nelson
great.
loved it.
I'm happy
like,
that they did.
You know, I
that's
don't
cool.
think you're. Well, you know, Giselle had interrupted me and Alex when we
God
were
damn it,
talking
Giselle!
about-
Do dock it. Jesus.
Yeah.
Fuck!
She said it sucked, and I'm glad she said, like, just because just to hear a different opinion.
Yeah. Did she say what was like what Batman she liked?
No, I don't think so. But you know, it's cool to hear other people's opinions. But I think it's a definite just watch.
It's a watch.
It, you know,
And I think that's the thing about Batman. I think out of a lot of the characters, maybe even like Spider-Man might be the other one, where it's like Batman can be in a horror movie. Batman can be dancing the Batootsie in the 60s, you know.
Shark repellent.
Yeah, like he can be like gothic, poppy, like all this stuff. But yeah, like give it a B. The reason it didn't get an A was because he didn't have nipples on the fucking costume.
Yeah.
I hated that. Big, fat, juicy nipples on
They
Batman
never
costume.
showed his ass.
They never showed the butt shot.
the back credit
Joel
card.
Schumacher is churning in his
You know
grave.
what? You know what was very sweet? They were interviewing Matt Reeves, and they're like, "Oh, like Nolan did a great, like Nolan and Burton," and he's like, "Well, don't forget Joel, like Joel Schumacher. Like you might not like those movies. Like I like Batman Forever.
Forever's good. It's a
Forever
good time.
is, I think, a good movie.
And
I just don't like.
it's
Tommy
fun.
Lee
It's
Yeah, they needed to keep who was it?
Jones. Jim Carrey.
No, the original Two-Face.
Billy D. Williams.
Billy D.
Yeah.
Williams.
Colt
They
45.
should have kept him as Two-Face.
Smoothest
Yeah,
criminal in the
that would have
galaxy.
been great.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like there's Batman for everybody. If you like Seven and those type of movies, watch this movie.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a good
you like
time.
horror movies? I would watch this movie.
It does a lot of things right. Like it does a lot of Batman things. Like I love the way that he beats the shit out of the criminals because you know how
He's a
I feel.
tank.
How I feel that Batman is because it's year 2 Batman, and the way that everyone treats Batman in here is like, oh, he's just a freak in a suit. They're not scared of him.
Yeah.
No one's scared of him. So how do you make people fear you? You beat the living shit out of them.
Yeah.
And now they know we're not messing with Batman.
Fucking traumatized that Tim Drake.
Yeah, he did. I mean, like, but that's how you start it. That's how you start. Now, 5 years down the road, no one's gonna mess with you.
Yeah.
But you need to take them down hard as shit.
But
that's what happened with Humpty Dumpty, no? Those twins.
The twins?
Yeah, like,
What the fuck is Humpty Dumpty?
well, isn't that
It's
one?
not, no, it's not Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty is the guy
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it's the.
Well, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
Are you
those,
talking about
those
the twins and
yeah,
the guys in
Tweedledee
the
and
movie?
Tweedledum.
Tweedledee.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about the
Um,
twins in the movie.
And yeah. Those
Is that what
twins-
they were
are
called?
supposed
No,
to
no, that's just what people were saying.
Oh,
but,
I was like Two Faces goons.
Yeah, but that
You know who I
like
am?
he's like, who the fuck are you? And like, let me in, and then he fucking beats them up, and then the next time he shows up as Bruce Wayne, he's like,
Do you know who I am?
do you know who I? And that it's fucking scary. So
Yeah.
you saying that, yeah,
And then the
people
third
don't
one,
want to fuck with
He
him.
just sneaks
Yeah.
in. He says, "Fuck this! I'm just bypassing security. Fuck this."
They were great. See, yeah, they do a lot of cool comic book stuff in there. Like
Yeah.
that's very cool comic book.
They have like goons and stuff, and
Yeah.
they I think they were able to do what the other movies haven't been able to do, where it's like when they have villains like in the Burton ones or in the Schumacher ones, it feels like, man, that's too many villains, man. Like focus on one. But in here, they were able to do villains because they're supporting characters.
Yeah, and
You
they're
need
just
a mob
people.
boss? Yeah, you need a mob boss. Why don't you use Penguin? He does the mob stuff.
Yeah.
You need like a burglar? That's Catwoman. You need goons? Get 2 twins. Call them Humpty Dumpty. Who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we recommend it. If you know the mask mandates are off, but if you're still feeling weird, like if you don't
Wear a Batman mask.
wear a Batman
Yeah.
mask, but cover your face too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on HBO Max in a month. So if you feel like you don't want to go out in theaters because it's getting packed, we were in kind of a packed theater, Alex, but then you went like during the day, so it wasn't that bad.
It was
right?
empty. Yeah.
Like we were sitting next to people, which I was like, fuck. But yeah, if you're scared of that stuff, and you know you have a right to be, whatever. Like wait until it comes out on HBO Max. But if you feel like you want to go, it's a beautiful looking movie.
Yeah, beautiful. The sound is great.
The sound is fucking great.
So
Commissioner Lieutenant Gordon is badass.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright is great. Everybody, MVP, Selena Kyle, Zoe Kravitz. But here, I guess, real quick, top 5 Batman movies.
I mean, I'm not gonna do top 5. I'm just gonna say the closest thing, like I had said earlier, to compare it to is Batman Begins. I'm gonna give the edge to Batman Begins. I think that's the better movie. Better like
Alex?
origin, year 1, year 2.
Yeah. Do you have a top 5?
No particular order except for the first 2, I guess, would be Returns and then 89. Batman Begins, Mask of the Phantasm. I don't know what the 5th one would be.
There's Rises. There's
Dark Knight, I guess.
Oh, Dark
It's
Knight.
a good Joker movie.
Well, my top 5 would be Begins, it would be Dark Knight, it would be Mask of the Phantasm, it would be Batman 89 and Lego Batman.
Hell yeah!
I have the right. Yeah, I have the right to like. Once I watch it again, maybe it'll be in my top 5. Right now, not in my top 5.
No.
But that doesn't mean it's not a good movie.
It can change, but
Yeah,
I mean, right now,
I
for
need
sure,
to watch it again.
Begins is the better movie.
But like,
too.
like I said, when I left, I was just like, I felt satisfied.
But it just wasn't that great.
It
wasn't the epic. It wasn't the epic.
There was epic stuff, but it just there was something. But I think from all those Pino Bros, I say we recommend it.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it. Yeah,
It's a good time. You're not gonna be disappointed.
I mean,
but you won't be over enthralled.
If your kids are watching Batman Brave and the Bold, this might not be their Batman movie.
Yeah. I think Giselle said her son didn't. She was like, "This movie sucks too," so he didn't like it.
They probably wanted nipples on the suit. That's why.
Yeah, where are the nipples, Mom?
But no,
outrageous.
yeah. But yeah, give it a watch. Let us know what you think. Hopefully we'll be back next week.
Yeah, let us know on the Facebook. Top 5 Batmen.
The bets.
You know,
The vengeances.
What did you think of this movie? Did you think it sucked? Did you think it was fucking great?
I will also recommend, and I know the other two probably won't, but if you like this movie, the closest thing, I think the Gotham TV series has a lot.
Nah.
Has a
Don't
lot.
listen-
No,
don't
no,
listen to
no,
anything
no.
else he's saying.
You guys like the
He's
mafia.
got-
You guys
he's
like
got
the
right
mafia aspect.
Nope.
I think Gotham.
Nope.
I think this movie owes a little bit of Gotham.
Yeah, there's a movie that Jordan Peele's making.
if you
It's
haven't,
called Nope.
stop it. Stop
Nope.
it. If you want more Riddler,
Nope.
watch Gotham. You want
Oh,
more
yeah.
Penguin?
Who's
watch
the
Gotham.
Riddler gonna be? It can't be the guy with the mug who has a big ass question mark on it.
I don't know, man.
God damn,
I
if
think
you
his name is
want-
Corey Michael Smith. He's a
If
good
you
Riddler.
want
He
Zaz
is a good
making
Riddler.
backflips in the
Dude,
inside
fucking
of the
Zaz is
GCPD,
badass
then
in that.
go ahead.
You know
All
his name?
right, I've never seen that
What's
show.
the name
so-
of the dude from Barry? The bald guy, the one that
Oh,
has
I don't know
alopecia.
his name.
Well, you know what I'm talking
I
about.
yeah.
He's Zaz,
but he does backflips.
he does
in-
fucking backflips.
he-
What's wrong with backflips?
That's
He
exactly.
walks into Gotham PD and
Don't
they're
listen to
like,
the-
"Oh shit, it's Zaz!"
and he starts shooting them.
He jumps on a desk, does a backflip, and then shoots six cops.
It's
That
badass.
sounds cool, though.
and
It's
they're
pretty
like,
awesome.
The cops are like, "Why are they killing him?"
All right, so watch Gotham. It's on Netflix.
What's going
Watch
on?
Gotham.
Might be a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
My war horse, my riddle horse.
War whore? Jeez.
You
Watch
don't
the
pronounce
Batman.
the S in horse. It's silent.
Yeah.
Okay, goodbye.
All right, we love you.
All right, no.